Hello there, everyone. This is Soul17 here, and I do not own this picture, and this is not a video. Okay. So here's the thing. Last night, sorry about that. I was tired. Like I said, I was trying to fall asleep, and guess what happened? Even though I said I'm getting tired, I did not fall asleep. I hate my brain, everyone. I hate my brain. And I slept until 12, from 6 something all the way to 12 o'clock. So. Yeah. I have half of the day to do whatever, and also schoolwork. So yeah, my life is awesome. So after this video, I'm gonna be making myself some breakfast. Just turn on the baseboard to my house. I felt like making this video so that way I could just upload it and start the fire and eat breakfast. But anyways, we're doing this right after the hero versus villains. Also, 2 people have said the ship. I said a ship idea, Momo and Mirko. So, like with my Bond one with Midnight, I'll have to have Mirko get hit by an age quirk that makes her back to being 14. And honestly, I just say, why not? Also, it is gonna be. This is John Wick, son, Zuko. Like, could he handle 2 girls if he dated both of them? Yes, yes he can, because the freaking people that would be after him can't go after him no more. No, like the people who put a bounty on John Wick can't go after him because they don't know his face. So, yeah. And he destroyed everything that they had. So the whole entire organization, is gone. That was, the main branch of Japan, I believe. Well, the information, so... the whole entire thing's gonna be down for, so many years. And Zuki could just go in and take it down all over again if he ever wanted to. He can actually try to find all the head people and take that down. But he won't. Because it's hey, need to be in the assassin business, so, later on. But yeah, he already there's gonna be a reputation in the, assassins, area of the line of the underworld is Kane did this to this organization, he took down Legion, what's next? He's gonna take down a villain group called the League of Villains? That was a jokes aside, but true, because he will. Well, not all of them. I mean, he's not gonna kill Toga or Dabi. Maybe Shigaraki, and then Stain. Not Stain. He's not gonna kill Stain because of one reason. Stain's gonna say his ideology about how they're fake heroes, and then Izuku's gonna be like, "Yeah, of course they're fake heroes." And there's people like you who think they can change society by doing this. Are you stupid? You'll see. But anyways, let's just get into this video. This is what if Deku was trained by John Wick. Part 2, second. So yeah. So, as, everything was over, the Hez attack, and when in the whole entire hero versus villains, everyone in there is walking back. They're all shocked by everyone's shocked by how efficient Deku did this. And, one person is like, hey, how are you able to do all that? I mean, seriously, it's not because of your training? He was like, yeah, pretty much. I'm able to go in and attack anyone. Also, everything kind of moves in slow motion when I attack sometimes. As basically as I was like, oh yeah, your father did. Hold on. What's up with everyone? But anyways, as I was saying, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. Your dad did tell me something about that. And you killed everyone who had it besides you two. As everyone kind of looks at Izuku, who goes next to his dad, and they just say, yeah, we'd have been troubled if we ever met anyone like us. Well, I mean, they can't stop bullets. They can run on walls. They can slow down time. That's all. But we can fly. and we both can suck bullets. As John kind of says, yeah, I mean, we don't reveal all of our abilities unless we're technically surrounded when our back's against the wall, then we just stick our hand and stop it. I mean, we technically could do this to anything. As Baku, says anything, Izuku goes, yeah, pretty much. So Bakugo, come on. As they move over from everyone. As he goes, make an explosion at me. He goes, huh? Make one. Come on. It's not gonna hurt. He goes, alright, nerd. I mean, Izuku. And then as Bakugo throws an explosion, Deku just sticks out his hand and it stops in midair, in which everyone is shocked by. And all Izuku just does is touch it, and then all of a sudden, it falls down, and the smoke is just it's just the smoke's there, nothing else. As Baku goes, wait, so that means, yeah, anything you can throw at me, I can block easily. And this does not matter if it's multiple shots or one continuous big shot. So, yeah, don't ever try to freaking fight me like you trying to kill me. Or, as that pencil comes out, he says, this is gonna be dicey. And Bucko nods his head. And Zuko puts the pencil away. And so, all of a sudden, Nezu comes in. In the panic, goes like, everyone, something happened to Mirko, the number 5 hero. As everyone's running, John and Zuko just technically walk, because they don't really, they don't care, but at the same time they do. So they're just walking, discussing what could have happened, like she got shot, her arm's broken, many different things. And, when they get over to Recovery Girl's, into the nurse's office with Recovery Girl, she's, basically arguing and getting, throwing stuff around just because she's angry. And so when everyone gets into the room, she goes, Nezu, let me the frick out of here already. I need to go find that jerk and kick his butt. As then Deku, John walks in. As Deku goes, wait, Mirko? The number 5 hero got turned into a freaking teenager again? As she goes, who are you? He goes, Zuko Wick. Or, known as in the underground, Baba Yaga 2, Kane, the one who took down Legion, the one who took down the people who put a bounty on my father's head. I took down their area of information very easily. I took down everything. So they're going to be stranded on some stuff for a very long time. So yeah, the bounty's gone. And, and she goes, oh, yeah, I got hit by a quirk that I reversed my age. If anyone laughs at me, I swear I'm gonna kick your butt. I still got my, strength when I was adult still. As Zuko kind of grins at it, he goes like, really? Want to test that out? She goes, what do you mean? He goes like, come on, I'm up for a little fight. As Mirko's about to get up with Nezu, and Recovery Girl says, no fighting. I was like, jeez, I wasn't gonna kill her. As Mirko goes, what? He goes, she's like, wait, what? Then Nezu says, oh, no, Zuko, we're not worried about that. As basically Recovery Girl goes, yes, it's just that she ain't used back to using her body as a teenager at 100%. That is all. And he goes, oh, hey, wait, Recovery Girl. Oh yeah, almost forgot something. Zuko brings out of his pocket. He takes out a vial out of one of his pockets that, let's just say he had like a belt that had multiple stuff like John does, but extra ammunition and everything, but he carries whatever. So he brings out a vial and says, here you go, just like you wanted. He goes, oh, thanks. And this, Recovery Girl starts to, does some tests on it. As Nezu goes like, you're always trying to find cures for venoms. And she goes, what? It's a hobby of mine. And Zuko just says, yeah, that was one before we came to Japan. I've been kind of, holding on to that for a while now. He goes, it's a good thing you gave it to me. How did you not make it, break with all this stuff you do? He goes, oh, no, this is the belt I wear when I come to UA. I have my other belts with, all my other stuff on it for assassinations. So, Mirko was like, wait, everyone's like, going like, wait, what? Kendo's like, huh? And then Nezu just says, oh, well, I'm, as I did tell you, I used to be I used to be an assassin. And, well, along with Recovery Girl. There's one more teacher in here that is also an ex-assassin. So that's why we've all been put into situations when we were younger to kill people. And we have, without any hesitation. So then they decided to train us to become assassins. My main reason was to find a man called Alpha and put a bullet through his head. But I run a school now, so I do not do that no more. As Nezu walks out. As, All Might is there, he was like, you still won't let that go for all this meditation he put you through. He goes, never in a million years. That man deserves to die in the most brutal, suffering way possible. And he still just acted like all innocent and has a smile on his face. Izuku says, I can do that for an easy price. And John goes like, do you always look for a job? He goes like, you did have him teach me a little bit of stuff through... Hold on. There's no one. But anyways, through video chat, he's the one who helped me gone through high school. John goes, I know, but still. I mean, I know you want to repay him somehow, but come on. And Nezu kind of laughs. He goes, no. I cannot do that. I mean, I couldn't afford your price. He would be like... And Deku just says, cheese? And Nezu goes like, you monster! And Deku just kind of laughs. He goes like, yeah, my price would be cheese. And everyone asks why. He goes like, because Nezu likes cheese, and that way him and Nezu, his dad, can probably eat something that's cheese-based. I don't know, he says. I'm just trying to figure out some reason to make a joke. And so, after that, everyone sighs, besides Recovery Girl, and John, and Aizawa. As Bakugo goes, How are you so used to this? He goes, oh, well, the day when I killed my own mother, as everyone's kind of shocked by that, because he's just telling us the truth. He goes, Bakugo, I mean, you know why. Those are scarring on me. As, he nods, and everyone... The guy has a nod too, but the girls don't like, wait, what? Scarring? As, when I met by people who flinch at this, it was Recovery Girl, Nezu, and Aizawa, along with some other, like Shaolin monks and, other people. So he said, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't mind showing anyone. Like, I got tattoos covering some of them, but you can still see the scarring. So, hey. As Recovery Girl just says, Izuku Wick, if you show them, people are going to start crying, and I did not want to have to deal with that problem. So, do it somewhere else. And he goes, sure thing, ma'am. Just Recovery Girl. He's like, alright. So, he walks away. Everyone's just following him. They go into another classroom that's not being used. And, Aizawa says he's not going in there. John just says, yeah, I'm not going there too. All Might goes like, scarring? Like, his own mother? Like, I mean, I thought he was just joking about killing his own mother. John says, no, she was a gold digger. She just wanted to use him for money. And, well, she could not get drunk. And, well, the thing is, I was drunk and used me, try to have a kid, then, get money. Zuko's quirk went dormant, and then she started to abuse him, not feed him anymore, and he survived on his own somehow in some way. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Alright, that's done. But yeah, All Might's like, yes, I'll see. As Zuko, taking off the jacket, not jacket, the mask first, puts it down on the table, the jacket, what they see underneath him is just a black short, hold on. Alright, I'm sorry about that, just some stupid ass for Grandpa, I'm no Grandpa. Anyways. Yeah, so he says that's what they see, and, well, I mean, he's not freaking weak. I mean, he doesn't look weak nothing. He's really strong, really muscular then too. So it's like, hey, girls are blushing, but when they see when he's taking off, lifting up the shirt, he did have some scarring on his arm. They're like, oh, it's not that bad. And next thing you know, lifting up the shirt, scarring all over his body, chest, side, everything, and like he then like even shows in the back too, saying, see, a lot of them. So got some tattoos to cover them. No, didn't really work out like I thought, but hey, at least it's covering them. At least there's some artwork on it instead of having, hey, look, teenager covering, well, almost like a teen adult covered in scars. Let's laugh at him, sort of thing. As everyone, like most people, like everyone in that class is almost crying. Bakugo holding back. And, Uraraka just fainted. Momo is just on her knees and, like, sobbing like crazy. And Mirko comes in saying, hey, what's with all she's just, well, I just think Mirko doesn't care about scarring, but, let's just say, she just like says, who did this to you? And he goes, my mother. And he goes, where is she so I can beat her up? He goes, she's 6 feet under. She goes, how did he kill her? You know that person that stabbed her with a single pencil wound to the heart? As everyone realized, that was me when I was only 14. Well, 13, 14. So, yeah. I mean, I even got some burn marks. That was able to be covered by some, well, only a couple were covered by the tattoo, but hey, that's because of Bakugo. My mom could never get drunk. As people look at Bakugo and goes, hey, don't ever come at him. My mom he was tame compared to my mom. Jeez. I'm not gonna tell you anything what she did, but let's just say there was whips, glass bottles, and well, a few times of beating me. That's all. So yeah, as everyone's like shocked by this, and he says, "Oh, that's not even worse. That's not even the worst part. There was a secondly, she made a secret compartment in her room underneath her bed to have like hold all her tools of hurting me. I somehow was able to break that and get a few of them and sell them out. Got some money for that, and then I spent it on some food. Plus, hid it away somewhere. So, and that was for a portable video game device that I kept hidden for her. And she found it and broke it. So, hey, she deserved to die. I mean, and also, it kind of was funny. We found out something a long time ago after her death. She basically was putting life insurance on me. And it was about to 14 billion yen. As everyone was shocking him Bakugo. And he was like, and she was going to kill me that night. And self-defense. Pencil. Heart. And I just told her her final words. I'll see her in hell. Truthfully, I am. I don't really care. As everyone's shocked by this. But, everyone's okay. Mirko just says, how long have you, since I was 4 years old, I've been going through that pain. Over time, I got used to it. Became numb to it, actually. I just acted, well, not acted, I didn't say anything. She got pissed and even, did more shit. But, whatever. So, yeah, anyways, Zuko basically put on the shirt back on, then the hoodie, then the mask. Well, no, he basically puts the mask to his side on a little hook he has, and basically goes like, so, now you guys know what I look like underneath my, clothing. Well, my upper half at least. Let's not tell no one about this, okay? And girls, please calm down. It's not that bad. You're used to seeing that in the mirror every day. So, he's walking away. Mirko, does stop him. and then just hugs him, which I was like, what? Mirko hugging? It does not compute in his head. And she just says, I'm sorry to hear about your mother doing that to you. And Izuku just kind of pats her on the head. And she, like, her face is going red. She goes, what are you doing? He goes, just patting you on the head. Jeez. And can you please let go? It's kind of awkward. I mean, you technically are however old you are, and I'm only 18. And wait, I said I made it at college. Yeah, no, I can make her back into, yeah, no, she's not 14, no. Okay, she's not 14. I realized that. I was used to making it, high school. So sorry about that, everyone. She's 18 again. And, so, yeah, she's back to being a teen adult. As it said instead. Yeah, anyways. She's like, I'm technically 18 again. So it's alright. He goes, fine. As he does get up, I mean, no, he's not get up. He does, just hug her back, and a few seconds of this, they let go. He goes, thank you. She goes, no problem. Anyways, I'm going to try to figure out how I can get my years back, go back to my original age. And yeah, I don't know. I think Mirko is only 22 or something. Maybe 23. Actually, I'm looking it up. No, I can't. She's 26. Yeah, well, she could be back to being 18. Doesn't matter. And, hold on. Oh, sorry about that. That was just my mom letting me know something. So, yeah. Anyways. As I was saying, her Mirko age was 26. I did not know that. And I forgot I made this at college. So, so 18 instead of 26. And Izuku just says, so you really want to go back to being 26 years old? I mean, if I were you, I'd enjoy being 18. She goes, then I will have to try to get my hero license again, kid. As Nezu says, oh, no, actually. You'll be able to keep it. And she goes, wait, what? She goes, yes, actually. But you have to live here at the school if the dorms are coming out. As everyone's like, wait, what? Dorms? As Nezu goes, yes. I mean, that is my plan from the beginning to make dorms when I made this a college. As Nezu simply smiles and he goes, and Mr. Wick, as both says yes. As he goes, young Wick. I should have said that, my apologies. He goes, no. As they both say, it's no problem. As then he goes, young Mr. Wick. Your stuff, you cannot bring all of your weapons here, only a few of them. He goes, few, 100? I think he nods. He goes like, and they ask, how many weapons do you have? And he goes, over 200, just about 200. The rest I'm gonna, basically I have a couple of silencer guns, kunai, shurikens, swords, bow staffs, a freaking scythe. I say, why a scythe? He goes trust me, you never know when you're gonna need one to cut down the fields. And he means that literally, I'm just meaning that literally, because we lived in a place that had grass, and it grew every 2 weeks, and we did not take care of it, so I went out, we were near a farm area, I grabbed a scythe, and I just started hacking away at the grass, and then cleaned it up. So the scythe is just more not for killing, but more of a gardening tool. But also it could be for killing, but I like to use it more for gardening. As everyone's like, wait, you garden? He goes, I do that in my free time. Yes. So yeah. As, Nezu kind of chuckles at this. He goes well, we all have our hobbies besides killing. As Zuko says, yeah, mine was quirks at one point, analyzing them. No, I don't even do that no more, just gardening and a little bit of that. As Nezu goes, yes, that is why I thought a recommendation for you would have been special. So yes. So anyways, off to it. Everyone back to class. As they all go back. And Mirko saying, do I have to join their class? As he goes, yes. And she goes, okay. But she just walks away. But, while they're flipping over to them, walking back to the class, Momo grabs Izuku's arm, and she just asks him a question. Do you really want to become a hero? He goes, and Izuku just looks back at her and goes, yeah, I did. But after so much killing, I don't really see the point of it. I mean, I technically have so much money I can actually live on my own. I don't have to live with my father no more, but I mean, it's better off if I do. Because I don't want him to die on me, because he's the only family I have left. She nods at that, and she does ask, are you willing to, stay here then if someone was willing to be with you? He goes, I guess. Who would be willing to be with a killer? Well, I mean, an assassin, basically. As then Azawa says, I basically am married to somebody, kid. So yeah, it's possible. And he goes, this joke? His stops in place, he goes like, I hate you because you're so smart. And yes, I'm saying Azawa was married to Miss Joke in this one, if you guys don't like that. Hey, I don't know who to put him with. Midnight. I just wanted to give some Aizawa, have it be like a family, and yeah, I just wanted Aizawa to have someone in his life in this one. So yeah, basically. So if you guys want to say Midnight or someone else, that's female, please. Well, not please, more like I just like to go. I see the ships. I see the ships scenes for it, and it's just I don't know what's canon and not canon. So I'm just gonna say it's Miss Joke is in this one. That's all, and I'm not gonna fight anyone. I'm just I hate the freaking internet sometimes with ships. But yeah, anyways, that's enough in my brain trying to process what I've seen on the internet. Yeah, anyways. So, as what happens is that, basically, after they had a little chuckle about that, Izuku basically says, so, why are you asking? And she goes, oh, no reason at all. As, she just starts walking away. And Izuku just goes like, that's really, really, really suspicious. Alright, I'm gonna let that go for now. He's just walking back to the class. And so everything goes from there as normal. Mirko does come in at the end of the class, at the end of the day, telling everyone that she's gonna be in the class from now on for a while. So don't mind her. It's just, everyone nods. And yeah, so basically after that, everyone goes home. Izuku just getting stuff prepared for the move. As it did inform all parents, it's gonna be after the USJ. So yeah. Also, John Wick, Aizawa, All Might went over everything with Nezu, analyzed everything. And they were very, very surprised that Izuku is above them all. Well, they're not really surprised at that, but they were surprised that Izuku went easy on them like that. And it's yeah. And all the kids who were versing him said he did not go easy on us to their parents. And Mitsuki was laughing at Bakugo. Ida's parents were like, how could that be possible? They allow this and this, but not to his mother. As then Ida's father goes John Wick. I haven't heard that name in years. He's the man who saved my life many years ago. As Ida's mother looks at him and goes wait, what? He goes, yes, actually, I'm friends with him. I mean, he said he didn't know he had a son, and he's been training him since. I mean, we haven't talked in about 3 years because, well, he was trying to kill these people that experimented on him, and people were just hunting him down, named Legion. As basically Ida is like, yes, he did say something about that, father. As his mother was like, so wait, you're friends with an assassin? And he goes, yes. I mean, I don't ask him to do jobs. We talk and chat for a little bit, and then that's it. What, is that a problem? She goes, he's a killer. He goes, and there's villains out here in the world that kill innocent children and all that. Do you really think I care? As, she says, but still. And we have seen the worst of society, dear. Don't argue with me on this one. As she has some flashbacks and she starts to remember now, and she goes, yeah, sorry. And he goes, it's no problem. But she does ask, when did you meet him? He just says, remember that time I was surrounded by villains and I had my back against the wall and I was in cover? She goes, yeah. The reason I survived that was because of Wick. They call him, well, not the boogeyman, but the thing that you sent to kill the boogeyman. And she knows the phrase, so she was like, oh, so his son, yes, he is. And no one's gonna ever mess with him. So, since they're in Japan, I invited them for dinner. And Ida's parents Ida's mom and Ida's like, wait, what? As then all of a sudden they hear a doorbell ring. And he goes, there they are. Right on time. As then, Wick is there. He was like, I don't know Ida's father. Let's just say calling him, let's just call him for now. And his mom's name is, Lana? I don't know. So he goes, it's been a long time, my friend. As he goes, yes, it has. And, they shake hands, they hug, and then, then shake hands. And basically he was like, and, looks at Izuku, he was like, and you must be Izuku Wick. I heard about your mother. Excellent job on that, after we found her torture devices on you. She goes, so you were one of those heroes that looked into my mom's death. He goes, yes. As seeing the picture of you, I went into your old apartment while the cops were there, and I showed them. It was off the record and a news report of what she did. So, so none of her family members or anything could have been upset. And, well, I just gotta say, a pencil, you are exactly like your father. And he goes, I've been told that a lot. So yeah, they all come in. Ida's mom's looking at John, and, well, because I think a lot of women would find him attractive at some point, or some of them. To say, Ida's mother, Lana is like, Lana's basically like, have a little bit of a blush, and basically John goes like, hey, didn't you say didn't I meet your wife already once? As he goes, yes. Lana, you remember John? Oh, yeah, wait, you don't. Since she goes, I remember him. As he goes, oh, the party incident. Yes, he was like, hey, look, I'm sorry about that. I did not mean to ruin your birthday thing with her, and she was drunk. He goes, yes, I know. I technically saw that you pulled up a tissue, and it was funny. And that's why we call it the party incident. Because next thing you know, she threw champagne at you. And he goes, yeah. Everyone laughed at that, including you. She was embarrassed. She was, honey, don't talk about that in front of the kids. As Izuku says, oh, don't worry, he tells me that all the time. As her face is going bright out of embarrassment, and Ida's just going, I shall not laugh. And he's saying that in his head, I shall not laugh. And he goes, all right, I'm good. and I says, what incident? And he just goes, I'll tell you when you're older. I goes, I'm 18. And he tell me now. He was like, oh, well, you see, when it was my 27th birthday, before you were born, we were basically having a party of my celebration for my anniversary of becoming a hero. Yeah, John was there because I invited him because that's the year he saved me. And so he came over and, well, your mom got way too drunk. She tried to kiss him. He put up a tissue just to block her. And then she got mad and threw wine at him. And then she realized what she did. She goes, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. And it was hilarious for us, not for her. And John even laughed at this. And it's no problem at all. So yeah. So, Ida was, and, well, after that, they all, enjoyed a good dinner. Chatting, talking, telling them what Izuku has done over the years, besides the killing parts, and basically been going through, saying, where they've been all around the world, almost. And, yeah, it's pretty impressive for them. So, anyways, John then, after leaving, says, I'll come by and see you again sometime, old friend. He's like, yes, please do. And, well, if you ever get a girlfriend, or, have a wife this time, invite me to the wedding. He goes, I will. As they leave. And so, the next day. Now, the next couple of days, everything's in class, and Nomu Mirko joined in. Everyone was talking to Mirko. And, and they say Mirko's trying to always get always talking to Izuku more than everyone else. Along with Momo just trying to talk to Izuku because Mirko's always getting in her way and such. But it always seems like Izuku makes time for the both of them. And so Izuku basically just So basically then it's the USJ day. So everyone says, alright, here's Aizawa says, alright, here's the thing. You're gonna have to just, how can I say this right? Class representative. That's all, everyone. And yeah. And also, Izuku. Yes, sir? The support course heard about your quirk, and they want you to come by and see if you can build something. As he goes, if they ask me to build something like a robot or something, I'm not building one of those. I'm going to build a weapon. He goes, I figured you would say that. That's why I told them. They still don't care. He goes, alright. When? He goes, well, after you make the representative and before we go to the USJ. So the period beforehand. He goes, alright, gotcha. So, they made their class representative. It's not going to be Izuku, because he does say, I'm not the leader type, I'm more the grunt type, so, Ida was chosen, and Momo was chosen, in canon. Well, Izuku gave him the position, so yeah. Everyone does admit that they're going to vote for Izuku, and, well, that because he said that they didn't. So yeah, Ida was, shocked by that, because even he was. So anyways, at the lunch period, everything goes similar to canon, but, I'm just saying, Monoma, going hey, look, isn't it class 1A? Look, how they're all losers and all that. And Izuku just goes, yeah, look how pathetic you are. He just turns around in his chair because this guy really just, hit him in the back of the head. He goes, so, you technically hit me in the back of the head, and then you consider to mock everyone here. You do know we do have a hero here, right? A pro hero. As, Mirko walks right up to him in a uniform, as everyone's seen this, that they're shocked. Because they did hear about her, becoming a, 18-year-old again. She cracks her knuckles, and Momo goes yeah, Mirko's not even, oh my god. Hello there, pro hero Mirko. And she goes, so, you're causing trouble, huh? Do I have to, as in Izuku basically just takes out a needle, puts it somewhere with his pressure point that makes everything of his lower body numb besides his head. So then he technically falls and Izuku catches him. And he goes like, don't worry, this needle's only going to keep his body numb. So I'm eating my lunch, and when I'm finished, I will release you from this so that we can be able to move again. It's called pressure points. It helps to know some things. So yeah, as Momo goes like, how dare you do this to me? He goes like, easy. My quirk isn't, well, it's flashy or explosion based, something that you all can see. It's all me using my mind and tactics. So, the reason why I'm here is because I use my skills, my abilities I've learned, the things I could do. Well, I'm an adapted survivor. So, you tell me, did you really think you're better than me then? Kid who could copy quirks. And he goes, how do you know my quirk? He was like, oh, it's easy. I mean, I kind of thought you were going to be a potential threat when I saw you, which was 2 days ago. So I asked Nezu for your file. He told me it's all about student safety, confidentiality, whatever. Basically, I'm not was permitted to read it, but here's the thing. I just needed your name and your quirk. That was it. And, well, I told him on the lines of what you may try to do. You may have a complex of us being in class 1A because you're not, because you think you're better than everyone else because of your quirk. Or just because you live a life where you think you are, which you're not. And so, he agreed to it. And yeah, I know what your quirk can do, so don't ever try it. As you know, Izuku just starts going back into eating his lunch. Everyone was shocked by this. And so, everyone just laughed at Monoma. There was a rumor about saying he was talked down to and beat, and basically only had a needle put into a certain pressure point that made his whole entire body besides his, besides his head and him breathing numb. So Izuku finished his lunch, he took out the needle, he puts it back, and then he just starts walking away. Momo already finished her lunch, and she was just waiting for her friends, but she says, I'm gonna go, guys, as Mirko just starts following too. And then, out of nowhere, both girls hold on to both of his arms. Well, one holds on to one side of his arm, the other one holds on to the other side, and he's like, wait, what? What's going on? As they're dragging him into saying, you're coming with us. He says, wait, what do I do? No! Let me go, girls, let me go! Momo, what's wrong with you? Mirko, let me the freak go! And so, I should really probably know her name, but I'm gonna say she only gonna tell that to her friends. So yeah, so basically what they do is they drag Izuku back over to class 1A, and Aizawa's not there, no one's there, and they just start chatting with him. Basically, both of them just trying to get to know him better. And then so, the whole entire alarm is going off at this time. Momo was up so he did not get trampled on, but, Izuku runs out of the classroom, going to see what's wrong. He goes past the file room, as then he hears something like someone looking through the files. As Izuku opens up the door, he put on his mask, as then he goes like, with his distorted voice, he goes, "Hey, who are you?" As Kirigiri's there, he goes like, "Kane." Oh yeah, he goes, "Why are you here?" He goes like, "I'm here to find files for All Might." As Izuku basically pulls out the gun, he goes, "Give me 2 reasons why I shouldn't shoot you in your most vital spots." He goes, "You can't kill me." He goes, "I can aim for the body, not for the head." He's like, and basically though, sorry, just trying to think. Kirigiri is like thinking, I was so close. I was almost there. As, not Razorhead, but, some pro heroes coming by. And let's say it's midnight. Midnight goes, "Hey, what are you doing with gun?" He says, "There's a villain here." As in, all of a sudden, like, Kirigiri, opens up a, wormhole. And she comes in, she goes, "Stop, villain!" As, he goes in. And Shigaraki is like, "Kirigiri, where's the files?" He goes, "Kane stopped me, sir. I'm sorry." And he goes, "What?" As, All For One is saying, it's hard to have anyone go into that place now with him there. It seems like he's trying to become a hero. We may have to rethink our strategy on the USJ, Tomura Shigaraki. He goes, "No, the plan's foolproof. It will not fail." He goes, "I believe in you, but Kane is unpredictable. There are things that we don't even know about him. His quirk, his skills, his abilities. It's like he's a ghost to everyone, and yet no one has ever seen his face. That is the problem." As Shigaraki says, "I'll kill him, father. Do not worry. He'll die." As All For One's thinking, my dear Tomura, I do want to give you my quirk, but I'm thinking of the long run now. Your childish behavior may prove to be your downfall. And besides, John Wick trained him. You'll never win. And, he's, All For One is starting to think, maybe I should give this to the student of John Wick, my quirk. I've lived long enough. I don't need to be in there. I'll only be there when his body's about to die, that is. Okay, leave in the comments if I should give him All For One's quirk. Just give him All For One. Because I'm not going to give him One For All. I'm going to try to switch it around. Saying the most deadliest assassin, son, who is in this, Baba Yaga, will get the most deadliest quirk in the world. Leave that in the comments, because I'm thinking about doing that. That was my plan, kind of, for this. So let me know that if you guys want to see that. If so, Shigaraki will not die, but All For One will meet John Wick and, Zuko, and tell him, "I want to give you my quirk. The price is nothing," and all that. But anyways, let's get to this. So, he thinks about this. He goes, "I'll see. I'll think about this a little bit more. I'll put this on the side for now." And yeah, so basically, after everything's calmed down, because it was real quick, Shigaraki left, and they met back at the, they met in another place where it's a little location where this just had the monitor. So yeah. So basically, Midnight says, "Thank you, kid, but put down your gun." He goes, "Sure." He puts the safety on, puts it away. She has to take off the mask. He does. And she goes, "Wow, you're, he goes, good looking?" "Yeah, I figured." Mirko and Momo walk over and they ask, they ran over, just saying, "Hey, what happened?" He goes "Just some villain trying to steal files." So what's that caused? As he looks outside the window, he sees the reporters. He was I see now. Reporters. Distraction. And it looks like I basically did something right. And so, everyone's wondering what he meant by that. He just says some guy tried to steal files, and he stopped him. He was holding him up. He just held out his pistol, basically, and then a few minutes later, Midnight came over. So yeah, then Mirko says hello to Midnight. She asks, "How have you been?" She was "Good. You?" She was "Good." how does it feel to be 18 again? She basically says it sucks, but also good at the same time. She basically looks at Mirko and says, I bet I know why. She says, shut it. And yeah. So, after that, the USJ happens. But let's just say, one of the villains that Awful One knew hacked into the security to know where the heroes are gonna be. So, they saw it, and that was at the USJ. And here's the thing: he tells the doctor to put a a video camera into the Nomu's eye, so that way we can see what Mr. John Wick's student can do. As he goes, yes, all for one. And so, Izuku and them get onto the bus. They're talking about their quirks. No, not on the bus. He goes over to the support course. They say, all right, build anything with these tools and little equipment. Little materials that you have here. And Zuko goes, all right. So he just starts grabbing what they see as random. And then next thing you know, he builds basically how can I say this right? He builds a grappling hook from Assassin's Creed. London. The London one when everyone's in London. So, Syndicate, he builds the grappling hook. And he's able to shoot, basically keep on shooting them and using it basically to be on one part of a building where he can just go into another part, just you go down that way. And then he also builds from, let's just say from Dishonor, the crossbow. Which everyone's going wait, how are you? He goes, you had the parts to make a crossbow. You had the parts to make this. And now I'm keeping both of these. Thank you very much. And he just walks out. As the teacher and everyone's name is May Hatame is shocked too. She's like, how? I mean, those are just parts that you couldn't build. As the teacher does say, it's because you all were thinking too big. He thinks simple. Do you not know who that kid is? Is like, oh no, he's John Wick's son. Well, student / son. Basically, John Wick's an assassin. They had to think ahead, plan stuff out. John Wick was able to be very resourceful to build stuff that, in a matter of minutes, could change the whole entire fight for him and everything. So, this kid did that. He basically adapted to what we were giving him, and yeah. And to be surprised, the thing that he made to use the grappling hook, that will never run out of string. Even if he uses a string to be a part of on our building, he'll never run out of it. As May asks why. Because one of you guys were stupid enough to give him a creation, hero tool item that would make any small object. So string is a small object. So he'll be able to create as much as he wants with no problem. As the students kind of chuckle at this, goes, we thought that was junk. It's like, you kids. So yeah. So then Izuku gets back over to the class. So anyways, after that, now it's on the bus. Everyone's asking, talking about their quirks and such and what they can do with it. They ask Izuku about him. They ask about the, time stop ability, slow motion, running on walls, and the whole time flying. Well, he never said flying. He goes, oh yeah, don't forget I can fly too. And everyone's like, wait, you can fly? He goes, yeah, pretty much. But, yeah, it's not that it was a quirk. It was more like an experimentation that altered someone's genes to give you these abilities. My father was just lucky enough to get like more than anyone, and it passed down to me too. So yeah, they nod and they ask about his adapted survivor. What he's able to do. He says, one, I cannot get drunk, so you know, and I can adapt to anything to my surroundings very quickly. Um, but it's also a survivor. I'm able to think about going to places that no one would go to, surviving off of stuff that no one would, and yeah. But my adaptability also works with inventing new objects to my advantage, with just a matter of. This example is a paperclip, a rope, a water, a bottle of water, and a balloon, and a single rock. Hold on. So yeah, I was like, oh, that's pretty impressive. Sorry, burped, but anyways, yeah. It was, not really, but whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna say how much time we have left. Mirko then, and Momo do start bombarding him. Well, asking him so many questions at once. He goes, "Whoa, you two, calm down." They blush and say sorry. He's like, "Are you two really trying to get to know me that much in a matter of days with all these questions?" And you're like, "Well, it's they're both saying because of the scarring in my childhood. Trying to see if my dad did anything." Which he looks at Mirko. He didn't. He trained me. And of course, the training was tough. So because I have to be pushed to my absolute limits, so my body adapted to it for survival. So I had to, because if I'm gonna be a killer, there's a lot of people with stronger quirks than mine that can be bulletproof and knife proof, and I have to try to figure a way around it. So, and sometimes the only way is brute force with fist. So, yeah. And she nods, and then he looks at Momo, and you're just trying to figure out everything, because you may or may not feel bad for me, and you can't, feel. How can I say this right? As he snaps his fingers constantly, he goes, "You can't feel anything besides sympathy for me, I think." But then that sympathy turned to caring, and that caring may have turned to love. As then he also says that too, and then he says also that may have been what Mirko here feels too. As she goes, it's not Mirko, it's she says her first name, it's Rumi, and he goes, "Oh, also I did just see someone said something. Let me see what it was. All right, so it was they're saying deku, Momo, Kendo ship. Let's just say I since I'm making it, I was gonna make it too, but I never said that was gonna be the ship. So 3 girls. Zuko deserved it for all the beating he got in this one. So yeah, 3 girls. 3 girls like him. It's Kendo. I just don't care. I mean, I don't have no scripts. I just do this all in my head, and it seems so well. So that's what I thought. Just want to see. And since this part isn't gonna be coming out till probably when I go to work. So yeah. So anyways, so basically, Kendo just count let's just say they're sitting in a seat, and they're sitting in the back, and there was like a third seat, right next to Momo. Kendo comes over, sits down next to him, and she goes, "I don't like that you kill, but with everything else about you, you seem very kind. So I've developed some feelings for you. I'm not saying I love you at all," as her face is a little bit blushing. As Zuko goes, "Wait, what? You, the girl who showed no interest in me, has feelings for me?" She goes, "Shut it. I don't like how that I do have these feelings for you, especially when I saw the scars on you." As he says, "Okay, did you three just develop sympathy for me and then all of a sudden just started to like me?" They say no. Momo says, "Kinda." she just felt her heart break when she saw them, she says. Mirko just says, I thought they looked cool, but I didn't know how. I thought just that was just way too many, even for me. As Kendo just says, she does not. She basically just cried her eyes out even when she got home. And then, well, she just started thinking more about you. I mean, more about you, she says to him. And he goes, okay, so basically, all three girls like me. I can't date all three of you. As then John just is like technically on the bus. He says, kid, my son, just date them. You never know how long you're going to live. Basically, I had a wife, remember, before I met your mother. I mean, I had a wife, and she died. But here's the thing, that was after the whole entire incident with me and your mother. Remember, drunk, did not know anything. He goes, yeah. A year later, I found a wife, and so she died, and, well, yeah, pretty much. It was, so it's better off to have people around me that love me and everything. He goes, yeah, basically, you do wear a mask, and sooner or later you're going to try to develop a, well, technology that you will implant into yourself, so that way your face is your mask, and then it'll be able to change whenever. As Izuku goes, you know me so well, Dad. He goes, yep. He goes, okay, fine. How about this? All three of us just go on a date tomorrow. Alright? As they all say, okay. As Kaminari, everyone, all the guys in the classroom are in shock. And all the girls are putting their thumbs up to all three of the girls as their faces are blushing. But, especially they say with Mirko, they ask, wait, isn't, like, he's 18, Mirko's 26, one says, is that okay? He goes, as Deku says, yeah, pretty much the legal age. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, legal age was 13 or so, I think, right? But that's for something else. I forget. I haven't been out of Japan in so long, so I don't know the laws anymore. Well, most of them. So yeah. So basically, after that little incident, Aizawa says, we're here. And then he also looks at Deku. He puts a thumbs up saying, good job. That you could tame that wild rabbit. As Mirko heard this, she goes, what do you mean wild rabbit? I ain't no wild rabbit. As basically, he goes, exactly the point I made. Good luck, kid. He's like, what? What did I get myself into now? Mirko, pouts and she goes, am I really that bad? She says out loud, she thought she said in her head. Izuku just went over and pat her on the head and said, you're not bad. It's just, I just have a feeling there's going to be a lot of misinterpreted moments between you and me. Or just a lot of wrong timings. And she goes, what do you mean? He was like, just, if you ever seen that anime, you'll know. She says, oh, you mean, yeah. She goes, okay, I understand. I won't freak out then. I'll ask you. I mean, I'll just tell you to get out of my room. Get out of the room then. He goes, good. So, yeah. So, after that, everyone goes in. 13 talks about the quirks and everything, that they could be a danger. As it goes, true, but also not true. She goes, what? The danger really is the person who uses it. It depends on how they use it. With your quirk, you could just use it like you said. You can use it to kill people, but you choose to use it to become a hero and such. But here's the thing. There's also another way where somebody could make you use your quirk to try to save people, but at the same time then kick people in to, well, make you kill them. Just because it's pretty much easier that way then. She did not thought of that. She goes, thank you for saying that, you disturbing child, she says. And he goes like, I've been told that too. As, she sees John and she was like, oh, Mr. Wick, I didn't... she just gave her like a stare. Like, really? Just told that? You just said that? And she just says to him, what's wrong? He goes, that's my son. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. Nezu told all the teachers about John just being at the school teaching because he needed a job besides killing. So, yeah. John's officially a teacher at UA in combat along with All Might and Aizawa. So, yeah. So basically, John's there because All Might isn't. And so when they go in, 13 says, "Welcome to the USJ," and they say what it means by, and then then villains come in. Kirishima goes, "Well, I didn't know that," and then Izuku just shoots one right in the kneecap, saying, "Those are real villains." It looks like that whoever he is here too. So, as Zuko, pulls out his second pistol, goes, "Let's have some fun." He puts on he does not take the second pistol. He puts on the mask and the distorted voice to say, "Let's have some fun." Then he takes out the second pistol. He runs, jumps off, and just starts shooting away at people. As John just says, "My son, he's a handful. He got this." As Mirko, Kendo, Momo saying, "What do you mean he got this?" Aizawa just says, "Yeah, those villains are dead. Or not, depending." As everyone's shocked by what he's saying, like, I trained that kid. He learned a whole bunch of things. And he adapted to everything. And he's going to adapt to this very easily. Just watch. And so, and Bakugo says, "Yeah, he probably has the hidden blades on him always. Plus that sword on him as a part of that hidden blade." Jeez. So yeah, basically, everyone's shocked by this. Momo, Kendo, and Mirko, Rumi? Hold on, let me just check. Yeah, Rumi. They're just watching it. As Zuko basically, when he lands, he kicks someone right in the face. Basically then shut, one person in the knee, another one in the arm. And basically then he puts the pistols back right away. As then all of a sudden he makes his left hand, he flicks it, and then a blade comes out. And then he grabs it with the bandage around it. And so he just starts going at everyone, just fighting them. In a matter of minutes, most of them are going down so quickly. As Shigaraki was like, "What? How? I mean, this is Kane, right?" As Shigaraki says, "Yes, this is." As he just say, "Master Opal One did say to be careful with him. We shouldn't have done this. We should have thought of this more strategic." He goes, "No, the Nomu can kill him. I know it can." And so Izuku then throws down smoke bombs and takes out through the smoke bombs he takes out shurikens, throws them in the direction where villains are, hit them in the arms, basically in the shoulders, and then going over them and just slicing at their knees, so that way they don't he's not cutting them too deep, just enough so that they wouldn't get up. And so, all these villains are like, "Oh god, it's Kane!" And boom, he's just taking them all down. Aizawa says, "See? In a matter of minutes, these villains are going down like flies. This is the reason why they call him, the second Baba Yaga. No one can, stop him." And, Izuku punches somebody, and they go sent flying. And it's holy cow! Kirishima says, he goes, "Master, I think we should, send out the Nomu." He goes, "It's for the final boss, but it looks like we have to get rid of this mini boss." He goes, "Bring him out." And so the Nomu comes out, and what Alpha One and the Doctor see is just Deku just wiping out these villains. And he goes, "I told Shigaraki to rethink this plan. But let him suffer this loss." He goes, "Master, you sure?" And he goes, "Look at him. The defiant style. He's doing a mixture of everything he learned into his own. And plus, as time slows down for Izuku, then he's moving so quickly, kicking, leg sweep someone's legs and then punch them in the gut, send them down to the ground, cracking the ground a little bit. He goes, he has a unique ability or so. John Wick doesn't have the ability to stop time or slow it down. But for some weird reason, over the past couple of years, he gained it, and whoever he is also had it. So, my theory is this is John Wick's son, and John Wick, when he was a child, like him, he was experimented on to see if he could gain more abilities about a quirk. And he did. And this passed down to his son. As he goes, but sir, if we kill his son, does that mean John Wick his son will survive? I know it. No. As he does, he basically has a quirk that predicts the future, and what he sees in his head is Izuku standing on the Nomu, and just shoots right into the brain, killing it. So he says, he'll win. Simple. And so he goes, right. And so he says, Nomu, kill him! As the Nomu goes running after him, as the villain's backing away, getting out of the way of the Nomu. Nomu's right in front of Zuko. As all of a sudden Zuko just dodges him, punches the Nomu right in the armpit, right underneath the armpit area. As the whole entire, you just hear the whole entire bone going being dislocated and going up. As it looks like it's popped out of place. As everyone's going ooh, that hurt. As Shiro goes, what? And so then Izuku just kicks the Nomu's feet, one of his feet underneath as it goes down onto a knee. As he goes, he's not wasting time, John says. As Aizawa goes, yeah, he already knows this thing's different, it's not human. As they're what? How do you know? He goes, Aizawa just says, well, here's the thing. Humans don't react like that. It screamed out in pain, but look at the arm, it's regenerating, and the punch didn't do much damage to him. He only was doing because he hit the arm in a bone area that went up. That's all, and it's regenerating, putting the bone back in place. As then Izuku goes, "You're not human." So as he was as he was right behind the Nomu, he did a backflip, landed on the shoulder of the Nomu, and the gun just pointing down as all for once. As the Nomu looks up. As he goes, so, I don't have to worry about killing you. As he just puts up the gun, and bang, just like All For One said, Izuku killed the Nomu easily. And, it goes right into the brain, destroying it, and when the Nomu falls dead, Shiro goes, no, you cheated, and he goes, shut it, child. Boom. He just shoots Shigaraki in the knee, and then Kirigara gets him out of there very quickly. As the doctor says, Master, it just went like you said. He killed it. Amazing. We should get his quirk. And he goes, that was not a quirk that helped him. That was pure skill. And the power that he has, well, that ain't a quirk either. Probably his father's quirk adaptability. And something else. It would not be useful to me at all. So, we shall not take it. He goes, oh, I'm sorry then for my rudeness. He goes, no, not at all. It's good to hear your opinions on everything. I'm always in your care, doctor. He goes, yes. So, after everyone comes over, they, basically all the villains surrendered right away, and Aizawa tells them all to get in this area as they all go in. Aizawa then calls heroes and police. They come over, get everyone. They ask who killed this, whatever it was. He did have his mask on. He just lifts up his hand, and they say, this might have been, as he says, it wasn't a person. If you check the DNA of it, it's right then and there. I did not use my quirk either. I used normal bullets. So, as he just tells the cops, so freak off. Leave me alone. And he just walks away from them. As, let's just say this. Wick goes over to the cops and they say, Wick, it's been a long time. He was like, yeah, sorry about my son. He doesn't really trust cops that much. It's a whole entire thing where I taught him. But hey, he doesn't know you guys know me. As then he takes off the mask, he bows to them and says he's sorry for that. And they say, no, it's fine. Yeah, we'll do what we said. So sorry about asking you questions like that, kid. Mr. Wick. Mr. John Wick, and he said it's no problem. He says it's no problem. So, after that, Momo, Kendo, and Rumi goes over and hugs him, and he goes. Basically, he says, no, I can't. As in, tackle hugged him basically to the ground. Going, Gah! And boom, he's on the ground there, just saying that was simply amazing. And Kendo's saying basically, I don't know how you did that, but that was simply awesome. Even Mirko Rumi's saying this, and Momo's just saying basically saying, you're deadly, you're hot, basically she just started praising him for everything. And they ask, can you cook? And he just says, yes. And so they're saying, yep, we're definitely going to be with you from now on. We don't care if we want to be your girlfriends. And he goes, what about the date tomorrow? They say, they don't care. We're your girlfriends now. He goes but do I have a choice in the matter? They say no. He goes come on, what do I have a choice in anything? I don't get a choice in anything? They're you get a choice in some things, just not this one. He was I'm a deadly assassin who has to deal with 3 girls who wants to be his girlfriend, and he does not get a choice if he wants to be boyfriends with them. He just starts chuckling. I was alright, let's see where this relationship goes then. He gets up after, they all 3 of them, all 4 of them get up, and they go, really? He goes, yeah, come on, let's go. As, John smiles, and so does Aizawa. And so, all of Class 1A knows that Mirko, Kendo, and Momo are dating him. Her parents, does find out. So, because, they came over, and they saw this. As, Momo goes, Mom, Dad, as they say, as Momo's father say, no, you are not allowed to date somebody as in Wick pops up and he goes, John, he goes, hello, Yarozu, you gonna tell my son that he can't date your daughter? As he goes, and Momo's mom goes Wick, it's a pleasure to see you again. He goes, yes, it is. So, you're going to tell my son to not date your daughter, Mr. Yarozu, when she's clearly, met him, and only a couple days in, yes, he was going to see how they worked out. Yeah, but here's the thing. My son could die at any moment, so I want him to be living his life whenever or however he wants to. So if 3 girls like him, and he wants to date all 3 of them, it's not wrong, because he could die at any moment, so let him live his life. Yes, my apologies, Mr. Wick. And, Momo goes, Mom, Dad, how do you know him? As then, before they came and answered, Izuku says, oh, my dad almost killed your father. They just, walking away like this casual. She goes, wait, what? He goes, yeah, what was that reason why he kept him alive was because, your mom was pregnant with you. That's all. As he says, it's true. John just said it's true. And, basically, Mama asks, Dad, why was he? And let's say Mr. Yarozu had a shady thing at the time because of someone was trying to kill his wife and newborn and not even born child yet. So he did some shady business at the time. And John just says, shady business. You guys were being threatened to be killed. He was not taking that. So he basically did that shady business just to protect you two. As he points to Momo and her mother. As Momo's mom sighs and says, yes, and ever since then your father has been overprotective of you. So, and she says, forgive my husband's rudeness for what he was about to say about your son, saying if he was low class or ruffian or anything. John just says it's fine. My son technically does look like that, but hey. He has a whole bunch of scars on him, so he has really no problem with looking the way he does. As Mr. Yarozu goes, wait, what, scars? Why? And he just tells them about Inko Midoriya, what she did before Izuku was even born, like, you know, how she used John just to get a kid for money, and all of that. And then like he goes, I should have kept my mouth shut before I even opened it. He's, Mr. Yaruza thinks so, yeah. And so, he, says, forgive me for my rudeness to you, young Mr. Wick. He goes, it's no problem. Call me Izuku. So, they shake hands and such, and then after that, he basically could see in Izuku's eyes, he's not a bad kid, he's actually a really good one, and he does ask, if my daughter was hurt or kidnapped, what would you? Izuku just says, hunt down the people who did it, and kill every last one of them until there's no one left alive. He goes, wow, yeah, I'll do that with anyone, really, who I knew, but technically now they're my girl, now she doesn't want to be my girlfriend and all. If someone does that to her, or even killed her, there's nothing they'll ever do to even stop me. That is a promise. As he can see the dead serious in Izuku's eyes, he goes, you'll be a good husband for my daughter. He just walks away as Izuku's face blushing, so does Momo's. And Mirko just thinks of, Momo and Kendo just think of Izuku as, think of husband. That pops into their head, and they're just all face red and everything. So yeah. So, and then, so the next day happens after that little scene, and, they say they get like a 2-week off period because of the attack on the USJ. So yeah, but also the dorms are in, so you guys go check them out. So yeah, Aizawa leads them over to the dorms, and they all go to each other's rooms, see how it is. And when, everything goes in canon, Mirko is just like fighting, and Mirko's like basically like fighting, karate, such a little bit, and basically whatever else she likes, cooking books and all that too. And then like Kendo's like all about karate and heroism and all that. So yeah, and even about Mount Lady, because that's her idol, if I remember correctly, I think. Yeah. And then when they get to Izuku's room, surprisingly, it's like a normal teenager room with just like a few, like a bookshelf full of books, and with a different variety of things, even anime, and like a couple of weapons here and there. And he says, I don't even have 100. I only brought like 25 weapons with me. They'll be better. Any weapon I can have is just easy. As then they do see the table full with tools for modifying his weapons and all that, and even sharpening their certain weapons. And they ask, wait, do you have a katana with you? He goes, yeah, look up, like, over the door. As, well, they do. And they go like, holy crap, how much did that cost? He goes, not much, only a few 200 yen. They're like, wait, what, isn't that fake? He goes, no. That was an old sword that was rusted. They sold it for that much. I refixed it and made it sharp and redone it all. So yeah, it's pretty good now. And, Kendo, Momo, and Rumi, or Mirko, says, they just kick everyone out, close the door, and they say, we're spending time with you. And he goes, so the date starts now, huh? And they go, And so he did have a TV, so basically just puts up TV with some site to watch movies on. So yeah. And that's it, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this What If, second half of it. So yeah. Anyways, bye everyone. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are. Bye.